Keeping you in the know, you know, no.
The decision was not an easy one.
There was a lot of crying.
A lot of crying.
When we were told to go decide between 5 and life, that was like, we didn't have words.
Prosecutors were asking for 28 years.
They were.
You all landed at 10.
After hearing about how his family talked about him, he seemed like just the light in their lives, and he was kind and just caring and forgiving. And I told everyone, I was like, I'm really having a hard time with this because we all agree that it was a mistake, and I don't think Bo would want to take harsh vengeance. I think he would want to forgive her. And I didn't feel like I had any right to speak for him, and he isn't there to talk for himself. But listening to how people talked about him, I felt like he would forgive her.
They asked for 28 years, and I'm going to be honest and true. I was like, I can't give her.
What's good, YouTube family? This your brother Real to deal with another You Know video. And what you just seen in the opening video speaks volumes. See, that's the reason why black folks isn't taken serious in a lot of cases. And we too goddamn forgiving. Too fucking forgiving, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are always taught to turn the other cheek. Forgive. But the thing is, let's just say what it is. We scared to challenge white supremacy. You got a lot of Negroes that be out here cooning it up. And I'm going to say what it is. And if you don't like me using that word cooning, well, y'all niggas stop cooning so goddamn much. So, but at the end of the day, what they were saying was basically the way the family was doing all that hugging, even the judge was on the end on it crying, and all that, trying to be all compassionate to a racist, vile piece of shit. She deliberately walked into that man's apartment and blew his life away. And instead of trying to resuscitate him and help him, you know what this bitch doing? She on her phone texting and erasing text messages. She went like that shit was a blatantly inside job. See, that's why black folks, we'll never get taken serious until we start demanding justice, taking it. After the sentencing and everything, you had people outside, rightfully so, talking about this is an injustice, this isn't right, 10 years is not long enough, and all that other stuff, rightfully so. You had brothers saying that, you know what I'm saying? And then you had the family come out talking about some, Botham was a forgiving man. I'm like, what the fuck? Botham got killed. He got killed by a race soldier. So how is you gonna say, well, this what Botham probably would have wanted because he was a forgiving, like all that coon talk, when you brothers and y'all want to be the only black person in the room with a room full of white people, this is the outcome. They don't respect you. They not gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna respect you. And at the end of the day, white folks need to get off of that. That's just, these my good white friends. Man, they gonna turn their back on you because white folks understand being on code is a power move. It's a power move. Black folk, we the quickest to get on code and tell on each other. And you had that sister, she up in there, I can't give this lady, one of the jurors, I can't give this lady 28 years. Let Taquan or Ray Ray or somebody like that off one of her family members. I bet you she get ratchet in the courtroom. Come on now, let's keep it 100, family. Black folks so scared to challenge white supremacy and speak out of injustice, because they don't want to mess up that standing with white daddy. They don't want the plantation master to have to go outside and tell them to tighten up before they get those whippings. Come on, fam. We gotta understand what we dealing with, man. And that's a sad reality, man. Black folk, we too quick to forgive. Stop all that forgiving shit, especially in the public. That shit is so a detriment, so much of a detriment to black society. When we talk about we want justice and all this other stuff, we have Negroes in the midst of us fight for social injustice and black empowerment. You got niggas, well, all white people ain't that bad, and maybe if us black people just try to get along with white folks, then like, nigga, stop wishing and hoping on a fucking star. That shit is never gonna exist. Never in the history of black people being on this continent, being on here with white folks, have that ever existed where we coexisted in a peaceful way. Other than fucking, what, a sports game? Where you got Negroes running around with they God-given talent while you got white people in the back getting all the checks. And the owners of the team, they the ones that's getting all the money for somebody else's talent. Come on now, that's the only time black folks and white folks get along, at concerts. And even then, they act a fool. Man, some of the white folks be some of the most vile, racist motherfuckers be at them sporting events. But neither here nor there, family. We gotta get off of that forgiving and praying and all that. Like, come on now. Ain't nothing wrong with forgiving. If the person is genuine and you feel like they genuine in their heart, okay, I'm gonna forgive you. But when us as black folk go all in the public and be like, I forgive you for doing me wrong because, you know, my God, the Bible says, that make y'all look very coonish. It does. Make us look very sambo-ish and off code like a motherfucker, family. And we need to get off of that. The jury basically told on their self. They basically said that because of the family Botham was a good Christian man with nothing but white friends, because as you see on his Facebook profile and his social media, all he did was hang around white people. He wanted to be that one nigga in the room. But that showed you how to get now. That shows you to get down. You know, as I forgot the brother name. I think his name was Dakari something. Or Bakari something. He went on a trip with his white friends to Greece. And he the only black dude there with his good white friends. And they get into an argument, I think, with some Eastern European guys or something that was down there visiting Greece too. They get into it at a nightclub. Do you know his so-called good white friends allowed this young brother to get beat to death and die? They ain't help him. You know what I'm saying? They ain't help him. So all you niggas thinking that y'all the one nigga that y'all feel special because y'all the one nigga that get accepted, man, that shit, no. Black people, we need to be on code, start loving each other. Start standing for each other and being on code. We need to take a page out of the mafia. See, the mafia didn't just snitch on each other. They shut the fuck up. If right or wrong, they shut the fuck up. But you'll have a black person, oh yeah, he did it. He did it. Like, straight up. We need to get off of that because that's off code. Black folks, let's start learning to be on code. Because the white supremacists use this as fuel to be like, oh, yeah, well, we can continue to attack these Negroes like the way we've been doing. All we got to do is talk about black on black crime and the rappers and talk about single motherhood and all this other stuff. And that's a justification for us harming and abusing these Negroes. Because, you know, they're a little special. They need a little help. That's how they think of us. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was watching a movie, Birth of a Nation, with the one our good brother Nat Parker did a brilliant job showing the brother Nat Turner's story. And he was one of them brothers that got it. He was a pastor and everything, Christian, but he woke up. But I remember when he was a young child and he was going into to Master's library or whatever. And the lady, the plantation missus, the white missus telling him, he was gravitated towards the other books. And she was like, no, those are beyond your people cannot conceptualize what's in those books. That's beyond you guys thinking. But I'm gonna give you this good Bible though. And that's what you niggas y'all been stuck in on that Bible the last couple of 100 years. Don't get me wrong. There's some good stuff in the Bible that you can learn from, good parables and stuff like that. But don't try to make that a justification for your cowardice. Just say you scared. You don't want white daddy to attack you. Just say that. You don't got to put Bible and Jesus and all that hallelujah and all that other shit in your cowardness. Being a coward. But yeah, that movie is shit. Black folk, we gonna tell y'all what we want y'all to know. And if you go beyond the rim of what we, Western society, done taught y'all, that since y'all been slaves, oh, you pro-black, you woke. You woke. I hate that. You woke. What the fuck it mean to be woke? You woke naturally. It's just if you allow certain things to indoctrinate you so hard, you sleep. But when you woke naturally, we wake up every day, and a lot of people know what's going on in society, but they like to turn a blind eye to it and be oblivious to what's actually going on. Like you got these black cops, black DAs, judges. They know systematic white supremacy been attacking our people for the longest. Never stopped, never let up. It's 2019, the same shit. But they was like, well, shit, I'm getting this good job. I got a nice house, got a nice car. It's been real good to me. All that little coon babble. Because that's how the coons on the plantation talk. The coons on the plantation, see, white society knew they black people. That's why they used the coons to undermine black society. You know what I'm saying? They do like, yeah, that's just my coon niggers. We can make him head of the field where he think he got a little position over these blacks, or we gonna make him a pastor. You know what I'm saying? Put him in coon positions. And that's all they did, family. So us as black folks, it's nothing revolutionary or nothing talking about some I forgive and I'm gonna pray for my oppressor and the same person that hurt me. Fuck out of here. It's a lot of racist Christians out here. Shit, George Bush was one of them. Bible, read the Bible and all that other shit. They ain't stop him from dropping bombs every goddamn where. Come on now. A lot of these white people talk about they Christians. Yeah. Long as they can continue to dominate your black ass and have you thinking of something that don't even involve you. White folk, we need to get off of that, man. Stop being all forgiving and start loving each other and sticking up for black people. Sticking up for our own. Like I always say, man, if being black is too hard, then we don't need you. We don't need you. If it's too hard, you can go ahead, bye. Because this what people want to say, pro-black, and they try to make that a negative connotation, which I don't give a fuck. But being pro-black, if pro-black is too hard for you, go ahead. Find you a Brad, find you a little Beverly or whoever, and live your life. But when it comes to fighting for my people and doing things for my people, we need black people that's gonna be on code and work in the interest of our own people. And that's all I gotta say, family, man. Cause at the rate that we going, family, we looking real weak. We looking real weak. And that's all I gotta say, family. And another thing, family, when I talk about being on code, white society always stay on code and they utilize this through their power. Whether they Irish, whether they're Italian, whether they Russian, German, whether they white Jew who runs the media, they use propaganda through images and all that. Notice in that video when they was on Good Morning America, the juror, black woman, was with a white man. That's the image. The white overseer making sure this black negress woman is in check. So she was like, well, good white daddy told us about, you know what I'm saying, forgiveness, and Botham John, he was all about forgiveness, and all his best friends was white, and every picture that he's in with white women hugged up, smiling, grinning from ear to ear, with the little coon smile, eyes bucking and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta forgive him. You know what I'm saying? They pushing all this, images on our people. Black man, and black women. We need to wake up. But that's very powerful images that they use and you put out here. The white man looking at the black woman talk. You know what I'm saying? The black man don't even have control over his own woman. The white man has more control over our own woman than we do. We tell our black woman something, oh, you can't tell me what they do. You can't tell me what they do. Let a white man come up in there, hi. And they get real submissive then. And I ain't saying all black women like that. I'm not saying all sisters like that, because I know some sisters that love their black man. I know some sisters that's down for their black man and they submit wholly to their black man. Don't get me wrong, but I'm telling you, that's the images that they pushing out here, family. Black woman with white man. That's all you seeing on TV. Girl, you need to leave them niggas alone and find you a Zach with good credit. All that shit. But no, but seriously, family, in that news in that news clip, you know what I'm saying, was basically showing you a representation of how black society continue to get controlled. And like I forgot who said this. I think the good brother Jason Black said this. He said, if you want to know how a black person really feel, put them in a room full of white people. And that's the truth. Real talk, family. That's real talk. With that said, I'm out of here, man. Stay cool, stay blessed, stay black.